Welcome back. On the last episode of... Wait, no, that's an anime opening. What's a Star Wars opening more like? I haven't seen a Star Wars movie in forever. I guess it'd be like, in the previous galaxy, there were Jedi, but not anymore because something happened to all of them. Again, that's not happened to them like a bunch of times already, but hey, happened again this time. Oh, right. I was dying. Okay, I can work with this. I remember how to fight this guy. Lady. Yeah. Oh, that's a different pattern. I haven't seen her do this little 4 attack pattern before. I can work with it. Okay. It's only been a couple days since I played. I can remember how to play easily enough. You know, it's just fighting a boss, which is all about, like, learning patterns and then recognizing the patterns and then, you know, reacting to the patterns. So the best thing you can do is just take a gigantic break in the middle of all that. It's sort of like not playing Super Meat Boy or something for a little while and then all of a sudden coming back and being like, yeah, I can pick this up again. All of my skills have been retained. I'm gonna get my ass kicked. Well, actually, this is so far pretty easy. I mean, for whatever it's worth, and I did kind of identify this last time, this boss is, like, super duper predictable. They hit like the tank, but, I mean, everybody does at this difficulty, so I just need to make sure that I never get hurt. But yeah, the thing is, the second phase is, like, a little bit trickier than this. It's more that I just feel like this boss is an assload of HP. Like, this is a very, very drawn-out fight so far. I don't know. Okay, that's not working super well. No, you're not gonna hit me a third time there. Okay, there we go. So we broke their posture at least. I can get a couple hits in on them there. And I feel like, yeah, actually, if this game is gonna be like a melee combat-y Souls-like game that has a stamina system, if there's one thing I'll give Sekiro credit for, it's that they actually made the posture poise in that game way more fun to play around. I would love to have it be the case that in this game and in all other melee combat games, as soon as somebody's posture is broken, you can just deliver a killing blow on them. Which, weirdly enough, I guess the other game I'm playing right now that lets you do that is Darksiders General, Genesis. So, you know, I guess that doesn't really count as a melee game, but okay, I can work with that. This fight's going actually pretty good, all things being equal. Like, you know, for my first, like, return of the Jedi, this could be going a lot worse. You know, she does have, almost all of her health still, but, oh god! Okay, that pattern has a little bit more chutzpah to it than I expected. Oh, that's the problem. Okay, I can deal with that. So if she does that little... This attack, does it have more to it? I don't know. Okay, get ready to spam that square. Okay. I can... Yeah, oh, wow. Alright, I was gonna say, like, dodging that's gonna be really easy. I have tons of time to do it. I still did it too late, apparently. Okay, what do you got for me? You got any more attacks? I'll just, whoop! Okay. Yeah. Let's heal up. Okay, yeah, that charging attack, I think I just need to, dodge, like, way later than I feel is necessary, because I have consistently gotten, hit directly in the fucking face. Like that. Even though I thought I was actually pressing the dodge button, but hey, okay, here we go. Woo! Yeah, still dodging way too late, taking a huge amount of risk there for no reason. Probably would be easier for me if I did more blocking and parrying in this game, but, oh, actually that time, I was able to, actually end up dealing damage to the boss because, I guess I parried the lightsaber throw as opposed to just blocking it. Whoop. I guess one thing I've also need to realize about this game that I probably should have realized way beforehand is that unlike, you know, Dark Souls where there's a certain amount of like iframes that you can consistently get, I'm gonna go ahead and slow her down. Oh.
Shouldn't have tried to play the hero.
Right, I died to that attack last time. But yeah, I've noticed that, like, doing any sort of, like, tuck and roll maneuvers hasn't, had the same amount of iframes in it that I would expect, so, you know, I think when I'm, like, what, 10 hours into a game, I probably still can't say, like, oh, it's sort of like Dark Souls, but different, therefore that's my excuse. I really don't think that excuse holds water after a certain amount of time. Regardless, let's just do that again. This fight is going pretty well. Rip this run. Hey, I don't need chat to be sassy at me right now. I may appreciate it, but why can't you be more like the people? Ow! Why can't you be more like the other people who are being very kind to me right now? They're just saying things like, hi, bird. That would be appreciated. I also noticed that I healed up when I really just could have waited until I just smacked this lady, instead of using one of my precious little Healy items. It's fine. I don't need to heal up in this fight. It's just a matter of the fact that this first phase is so boring and it takes forever. I think, yeah, maybe I'm gonna just try parrying attacks now. Maybe they'll be faster. Hey, that's really mean. I mean, she's been mean to me like a whole bunch of times already in this fight, so. The problem, okay. The problem with this boss, and this might have been something that I've been subconsciously or consciously, like, thinking this entire game, I don't really know. I feel like you have to play a little bit defensive, especially with this boss. Like, I see them start to attack, and then I run up, and I'm like, I see them not attacking, and then I run up, and I'm ready to attack, but then as I get into melee range, they just suddenly start throwing an attack at me, and then I'm screwed. So I have to, like, wait for them to come to me, which is a little weird because I would normally like to have some ability to, like, manipulate the AI and, you know, to bait them into doing attacks, things of that sort of nature. And then if I don't have that, it sort of feels a little bit more limiting. That was apparently a red attack that I wasn't able to see because they were gold, which is a little bit super annoying, but it's fine. I'm going to be able to heal up here. There we go. And then now I can actually see what they're doing because they're not yellow anymore. Yeah, I think that I just need to... Oh, God damn it. Okay, it's fine. Hey, they don't make Jedi anymore at all. So, you know, if you have a problem with it, like, this is basically as good as it's gonna get. Oh, that's a pathetic thing to say. New. Oh, new. It's fine. We'll just try again. Yeah, I think how many times have I lost to this boss? You know, I get that it's tax season and all, but y'all don't need to be, like, keeping that close of a track of my stats and figures in this world. What was I gonna say? I've noticed that, yeah, actually doing some blocking and some parrying did have... It was better in some sense, because I feel like I was getting their stamina down quicker, but because I wasn't hitting them, like, you know, having opportunities to just get in and deal actual damage, I noticed that I generally dealt, like, less damage to their health overall. It's fine. Let's just maybe stick with my rolling strategy for a little while here. Because the problem is, yeah, I was going to say, the problem is that when I plan on blocking, sometimes, it doesn't work out so well. Oh, I'm fucked. Oh, I'm not fucked. Yay. That's good. Yeah, I can work with that. It doesn't seem like I'm doing enough, like, stamina damage anyway, even with, like, the blocking strategy to make it seem like it's really making that much of a difference. So, I don't know. The problem I have with this boss is just they have a trillion health. I just, maybe I need more combat arts that, like, maybe there are ones that I don't have that deal more damage that make me a little bit better at lightsaber fighting. Because, I don't know, I feel like none of my, well, let me try out some of my Force powers in this next round. Like, I think that Force Slow just really isn't useful on this particular boss, and it's the only one I've really tried so far. So I'm gonna try, in this fight, using the Force Push at least a little bit when we get to round 2. That ought to basically give her, like, a big stun, I think. And then I could probably use that to, well, waggle my fucking lightsaber in the air in front of her and not actually hit her. So that was dumb. I think that that might have just accidentally also made that this entire first phase is going to take like an extra 5 minutes practically, because I didn't deal a whole bunch of damage that I normally would have at that time. It's okay. I'm just one of those peace-loving Jedi. This is all just defensive lightsabery. It's, you know, it's just enough lightsabery violence to make it seem like I was just doing it in self-defense. Like the Wild West. I mean, if you think about it, Star Wars is basically like a big Western. I mean, it's not at all. I don't see anybody going like in R2-D2's voice, just being like, or whatever. Eh. Okay. Boom! That did nothing. That was a full Force push, and it did dick all. That's fine. I can work with this. Bam! Oh, that dealt damage to her. I hope that that's how I kill this boss in the end. So if I just hit her with her own lightsaber. That seems appropriate. Okay, just hold down that square button. Oh, I'm tapping it. Oh, I'm spamming that square button. That's no different at all from my normal strategy in this game. So, it's, okay, let's heal up real quick. What do you got for me? Poo? Oh, that dealt actually a good amount. It didn't do much in terms of, like, actually stopping her attacks, but it dealt a crap ton of, like, poise damage. So, that's good. Let's see. I'm gonna do it again. Poo? Ow. New.
Can't take a hit?
Yes, I can't take a hit. Neat. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that attack, that charging attack isn't actually super dodge way earlier than I have been, because it's not like I, okay, let's actually hit her. That was extremely weird. I guess I, owie. It's fine. I guess I must have been so close to her that her AI had no ability to figure out what the hell it was supposed to do when I'm that close. Let's see if that happens more. Uh-oh. Okay, I can deal with this. Ow. Let's heal up. Right. So, just do what I attempted to do just now, except, and this time when I jump, actually jump over the attack as opposed to fuck it up. Yeah, that was actually kind of cool. Okay. Poo. Alright. Poo. I am definitely going to say poo every time I stun her with a Force push, by the way. That didn't really deal a whole lot of damage to her in the end. I can work with this. First fight I've actually dodged that attack. Turns out it is possible. Get over here? You think you're some kind of Mortal Kombat? Yeah, you can't say that. That's copywritten, potentially. Oh, fuck. Ow. So that's what happens when you're 3 feet away from her when she initializes her charge attack. Apparently, pain. Oh, alright. That's fine. Doesn't the single-sided lightsaber do more damage? I don't know. I'll try that out this fight, maybe. I didn't know that. That would make sense. The double-sided lightsaber does deal less damage, but it's better for multiple enemies than lasers. Oh, cool. I'm not fighting anything with lasers or multiple enemies right now. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to the single-sided lightsaber. That's the one. Just go ahead and suck that lightsaber right back up into the handle. Ah, alright, thank you, chat, for once you actually came through. Except for all the money that you sent me, that counts as, you know, coming through as well. Alrighty, that actually is kind of a big difference already. I definitely didn't realize I was playing this fight on hard mode there. I thought that having the double lightsaber would make the second part of the fight a lot easier when she has her own double lightsaber. But hey, maybe Cal is just a big enough badass that he's able to, like, work around it. Said no one ever. Damn, that's a huge difference. That is pretty damn... That is a huge difference in terms of the damage I'm dealing. This fight just got way simpler, I think. Alright, come at me, Bra. I guess we'll go with Bra. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I'm dealing like twice as much damage as I did beforehand. Nice. Wow. Pooh. There we go. Yeah, this is awesome. Quick one? Yeah, man. I mean, ma'am. I don't know. This is a thought that I haven't had in a really long time, but it seems kind of funny in the moment now. But a long time ago, I was in high school, and I was not on the debate team or mock trial, but I had a lot of friends that were on mock trial. And one time, they needed somebody to do the timekeeping for like a certain mock trial debate, and I didn't really know what the hell I was doing, and but people were like, hey, you know, Bird can do it. He could, you know, keep track of like time and stuff like that, and you know, maybe a lot of fun or whatever. I think I got paid like $25 or something like that. Anyway, so I've never set at that time I'd never set foot in a courthouse before. You know, that changed well after that, but hey, it's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and stun her. Fuck. What? All right. That's mean. There we go. Anyway, so I never talked to a judge before. I'd never been in a court before or anything like that. So I didn't have, you know, the notion of like calling somebody Your Honor. Like that was not trained into me because I'd never done mock trial before. So the judge comes into the office, or the courthouse, I guess, the room where the law talking people do their thing. The court, yeah, that's the one. And I don't know what to say. Like I spent the entire day assuming nobody would talk to me, because I was just keeping track of the time. I wasn't actually, you know, saying anything whatsoever. And the judge actually directly asked me a question, and my response was to go, yes, sir. Now, something worth noting is that the judge was a woman, so I made a total ass of myself in that moment. Not realize I literally could have said like, yes, Your Honor, or yes, ma'am. Either one would have been fine, but instead I said the stupidest thing I could have. It's fine. I was in high school. You know, there were even less expectations of me then than there are now. And believe me, oh, what the fuck, game? Believe me, there are not particularly high expectations for me anymore. And if there are, then that's on you. Okay, let's go ahead and get away from that. Oh, fuck. Oh, she was more ready for that attack than I expected. Alright, I can work with this. Alright. All I need to do is just not get hit anymore. I think I say that in every single boss fight that I'm ever in any video game. And it never really works, but it is a nice little, you know, it's a nice little reminder of, like, if if you want to be successful, you know, these are the steps that you take. They're pretty simple. Okay, she's probably gonna do her like. Well, she's gonna do that.
I can wait.
I expected her to do the punch the ground cause an earthquake thing again. Don't know when that's happening again. It should be happening relatively soon though. All right. Come on. She's gonna. Okay. I thought that pirouette would be one of the red unblockables. Okay, this is easy enough. Fuck.
You never stood it.
Really? I tried to do my Jedi double jump and he just did the single jump and died. Well. That's okay. That's okay. I can do this. I can do this. Well, somebody can do it, and I'm a person, so that somebody can be me. I'm trying to remember. I guess there's one other thing. Okay, I kind of remember this. This is a very old meme. One of the oldest memes I remember, which is I was talking to all the mock trial people, and they were telling me, like, okay, this is how you, like, do the timer thing. And it was like, okay, ow.
Had a nice sound to it, don't you think?
I can't see what she's fucking doing when she's yellow. It's not cool. Okay, let's go ahead and heal up real quick. Like, that's really actually super annoying. Fuck, I'm just gonna go ahead and just die. Anyway, I was meeting with all the mock trial people, and while they're like teaching me, like, okay, this is how a stopwatch works and stuff like that, I was really bored because I had no interest whatsoever in it. So on my piece of paper, I was just like drawing, and I ended up drawing the time judge, which was just literally like a really, really, really angry looking wizard who was sitting on a throne, and he was covered in clocks. So he kind of looked like a mage crossed over with Flava Flav. So he was kind of awesome. Anyway, so this was apparently hilarious. And after that, apparently in the mock, like, we just, oh, why did I heal up with, I did not need to heal up. That was way too, I was not nearly hurt enough to warrant, like, healing up in that moment. That's fine. Anyway, something about that was apparently hilarious because everybody from that point onward, they just referred to me as the time judge. And anytime anybody asked me a question, I always just said, nay. And so after that, the meme was, time judge says, nay. Yeah, it wasn't my best, but you know what? I made up for it because that was the same people that I eventually came up with Drank Dude with, and, you know, that was an amazing meme. Drank. Give you some. Oh, what a hell of a meme. High school sucked, but I'm glad I'm not there anymore, and neither are you, right? I hope. If you are in high school, God, I'm sorry. But, you know, it's also not your fault, and it's not my fault either. Sometimes we can't help it. Sometimes we're just born in high school. How dare you be slightly dodgy. Ow! Fuck. Okay, well, this is why God gave us stimulants. I also fucked up while I was taking the time. I don't know how you mess up like using a stopwatch, but I did. So I ended up doing my math wrong, and I gave my team an extra 1 minute in the debate that they still lost, like, handily. I believe that mock trial team came in last place, so that's hilarious to me in retrospect. But yeah, I fucked up my math. And then I gave our team an extra minute, and I think that was the round that they did the worst in. And all I remember was thinking to myself, like, hang on, did I fuck up the time? And then, like, when they, I remember the real judge, not the time judge, asked me, like, what the time was, or how much time was left for, like, one team or the other. And I was like, I think they have another minute. And then I just remember the other team had like their own timer person who was like supposed to be, who like they kind of like also did the timing in shadow to make sure that like it was going correct. And all I remember was when I said they had a minute, the other person just going, wait a minute? And then, ow, yes. No, fuck, god damn it. I would have won. I healed up and he was just like, Jesus. All right, it's fine. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I just heard the other person going like, wait a minute, you don't have another minute. But then they didn't really say anything about it. They just kind of like let us like play it out because I assumed that what they were thinking was like, if our team had won, we were like, they were gonna get, maybe we were gonna get like points deducted or something like that, because I'm sure this happens all the time. But our team lost handily, like dramatically so. Okay, it's fine. I'm just gonna hit this person once and then that will like bring my life back at least. Watch this. Oh yeah, there we go. It's like I never got hit at all. Anyway, yeah, so that's basically all I remember about Time Judge and by extension the mock trial experience. I was in mock trial for a total of 1 day. I didn't like it whatsoever, and all I got out of it was a free Wendy's, which, you know, that's fine, I guess. When you're in high school, it's like unpaid labor, that's fine. Wendy's, and thus it were. I think that what I'm gonna do in this fight is use my force powers a lot more, because I can recover it just by dealing damage to this lady, and I'm just like not. So, I mean, I'm not using my force powers, so I'm getting a bunch of like midichlorians that are just like hanging out on the floor because I can't keep them all in my pockets. So I might as well put them to use this time around. Pooh. Uh-oh. That's fine. Yeah, every time I hit her, I get a little bit of juice back, so it's fine. Owie. Well, I'll get a hit. We'll heal up. I'm kind of surprised I haven't needed to heal up more in this fight. Oh, nice. But yeah, I mean, straight up, like, I did sec construction because I was in a bunch of the... Ow. I was a bunch of the plays and stuff in high school, too. And I was, like, a male, a manle, apparently. I was a guy who was interested in doing the construction aspect and doing, like, working with the power tools and stuff like that. So I did a lot of, like, set construction work, working on, effectively it was, like, shop, but for plays. And I did a lot of labor there that I was paid for entirely with nothing, because I had to provide my own lunch, which was Wendy's. But in my defense, it was really fun, and I do know my way around a good power tool now. And I met a lot of like cool friends by doing that work. I did gosh, I did so much different stuff there. I learned how to like use like table saws and and okay, don't charge me again. She's gonna charge me again, isn't she? Good work with that. There we go. Heal up. Okay, let's go ahead and stun her real quick, and then go ahead and back off from whatever that's about to be. Let's go ahead and stun her again. And I'm gonna hope to break her poise here in a second now. I'm gonna do a jumping attack. Okay, this will be good. I can get some, oh, got it. That was risky. I can work with this. Let's go ahead and do another force push. There we go. Gonna deal some damage now. There we are. Good stuff. This fight is in the bag. I can't possibly lose at this point. No, ow! I can't possibly lose at this point. Decided to make it a little bit more fair on her. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, I learned how to use like table saws and oh god. Wait, is this it? This is it. This is it. Okay, spam that square button. Spam it. Yes. Ah, I did it. Her name was Masanda Tide. Well, now she's Maganda died.
Me no setback is too great. When you've already lost yourself, a limb's easy. You know, I was a Jedi. It'd be fun to bring you in. Watch you crush like the rest of us! Oh, angers you. Just wait till the isolation, torture, mutilation, and your friends! I won't let you touch them! You can't stop the Empire!
But he can.
Stop you.
And then it's the dragon. Nicely done.
We just took down an Inquisitor.
She just like gets back up like she's the fucking Black Knight from Monty Python.
I thought you were dead.
Just like I just fell from the top of a tree, but it's just a scratch. I'll be fine. Come back here.
Glad you're okay. We should get back. Seer and Grease are expecting us.
Oh, they're expecting? Oh, that's Oh, us. Okay, okay. Yeah, I also learned how to paint. I did a lot of like painting of the sets and stuff like that. I kind of just did a little bit of everything. I was also in the plays, don't get me wrong, but I built the shit out of them too, and that was work that I thought would be more useful in life because I thought I would own a house. Funny that. Everyone also told me like, oh, when you own a house, you'll be able to like do your own repairs and stuff like that. And it was like, that sounds wonderful. I want to learn how to do that work so when I own a house, I'll be able to fix my doors. Puberty hit me late. The ripe old age of 24. What do we got over here? I can do a howling pull that yanks off a bunch of people. I can do a power throw, which I haven't even unlocked yet, so there's no point in me skipping to that one. Oh, it won't even let me do it. Okay, that's probably good. Can do better evasion. I can get more health. Well, I think that we're gonna probably do... That doesn't seem very useful, the howling pull, even though it seems kind of fun. I'm going to do the precision evade because I do a lot of dodge rolling, and I think being able to push every enemy away very slightly when I dodge things. Oh, it slows him and it recovers force? That's awesome! I'm super glad I have this ability now. I'm going to spam it. Okay, let's head back into the area I was just in, apparently, because oh, the dragon guy. Right, he dropped me at the bottom of the tree. Well, thanks to him, I can now... Well, I guess I have to go back this way? This game's map is confusing. Have I been on Kashyyyk this whole time? Oh, yeah. I've been on Kashyyyk. What was his name? Truffle. He wasn't, he like, died. Yeah. Fuck. Well, I needed to grab onto that, but, that's fine. I didn't need to do it that much. And of course I can't check my map because I'm swimming. This is officially the most realistic Star Wars game to have ever existed as a result. I don't know, I kind of actually like it. Having an immersive HUD is cool. I made a lot of friends doing set construction. I don't talk to any of those people anymore. They grew up? High school friends. it's kind of interesting because when I was in high school, I thought to myself, like, wow, these are going to be my friends for forever. We're never going to stop, like, hanging out or being friends or associating with each other. I'm just like, hey, I met this person. We've been hanging out for 4 months. Yeah, they're probably gonna be out of my life now, from now on. And then, you know, if I do hang out with somebody for more than 2 weeks, I'm like, shouldn't you be gone already? Like, what are you doing here? That doesn't sound right. Just develop very,
Here, BD.
well, yeah, I guess I want to stimulate myself when I'm at full health. That's fine. Yeah, you develop very, low expectations for your ability to retain and make friendships as you get into your golden years. Watch this. Hey! Have a nice trip. Am I done here? Oh god, I have to back up through the entire level? This will take forever. Actually, it'll be over pretty shortly. Watch this. Have a nice trip. Suppose that really only works if I'm using a tripwire, huh? Oh, whatever. Person in chat states, funny, in high school I was always sad that my friendships were fleeting and temporary.
Oh, you found something.
Huh. Well, you grew up very quickly. I don't know. I feel like as an adult, the number of friendships I have has gone down, like, a lot, but the quality of my friendships has gone up so much. Probably because the people I hang out with have jobs and have money now, and they also own their own cars. So it's like, compared to high school people, like, they're living like a damn dream. I mean, that's a very mean comparison. In high school, you know, you're forced to be in high school, so I don't know why I'm talking about high school so much. Well, guess we get to stick around with this topic for a little bit longer while I wait for the loading screen anyway. I mean, all in all, I had a pretty good high school experience, but I definitely feel like my non-high school experience has greatly eclipsed whatever, like, fun times were had back then. That being said, I did have a kind of cool experience a little while back where I had, so in high school, I was like super duper bad at math, and I probably have mentioned this a little bit. Maybe I've even told this story before. Well, thank you, game. But I was like really bad at mathematics because, well, there's a lot of different reasons why that was the case, but I guess what I'll go with is, there's too many to count, but I guess what I can just go with is that I was bad at mathematics for not a particularly good reason, or any particular good reasons. So, given that, it always kind of pissed me off that I was, like, crappy at it. So, oh hi, it's Charizard! Dude, good to see you! Oh, there's 2 Charizards! Well, this one's a shiny, and he's gone. Oh yeah, I tried to find these guys earlier, but the game wouldn't let me. Okay, let's see. Is that Charizard gone? Oh my god, he Wile E. Coyote'd!
Oh, great timing.
Yes! Oh, I'm so happy that happened. He even, like, got up just to fall down. Alright, Boozy and Charizard got taken down. Oh, man. That's fantastic. As Kate Bush once said, that's unbelievable. Nice boss fight. Thank you. I did it myself. So I was always really bad at math. And I knew I could be good at math, but then I wasn't good at math. But then I always had it in my head of, like, I hope that someday, I don't know why I thought this, but I always thought to myself, like, I hope someday I'll go to my high school reunion and my math teacher will be there and I'll be able to just say, like, hey dude, I actually, like, got good at math. And that was always something that I wanted to do, but it was like such an impractical thing up until I decided when I was like, gosh, how old was I? Maybe like 23 or 24. I just decided, like, you know what? I have nothing else to really do with my time. I'm going to, like, just study math on, like, Khan Academy and stuff like that for a little while. And just, I've always felt like I could do a good job of it. And I will give it a good shot. So then I did that. And then a whole bunch of other shit happened. And eventually I got a degree in computer science. And along the way, I became a tutor for number theory. So I actually got pretty damn good at math. I think I got like an A. I got like a 95% in Calc 3, for example. So I got very good at math. So I went to my high school reunion, and lo and behold, my math teacher was actually there. And I was like, wait a minute. This thing that's like been in the back of my mind for doing for forever, I'm actually going to do it. So I went up to him, and I said, like, hi. And he was like, hello. I said, you want to guess what I've been up to with my life? And he was like, lay it on me. I was like, would you guess that I became a tutor for number theory? And his response was, oh, of course you did. He just was like, he was like, everyone in your class was like the most amazing students that we ever had. And it was like, aw, that was really, really nice. So it turns out that if you hold a very impractical, stupid, and pointless dream in your heart, that means something to you insofar as you have a very, like, I wish that I lived in a movie, like a high school drama movie or something like that. Sometimes it comes true, and then it means something, and then you can tell that story on YouTube and make 25 cents. Would have been better if I put it into a damn vine. Alright, let's go into here.
Cordova believed the key to the vault is on Dathomir.
You find your Wookiee?
Yep. But things are bad down there. Empires everywhere.
Inquisitors?
Altrilla, the second sister, is gone for now, but she's still chasing us.
You're not old enough to drink, kid.
I defeated the ninth sister.
Just casually dropping that. I'd be like somebody saying like, well, you know, I was salutatorian.
Cal, when I was captured by the Empire, I resisted. I swore to myself that I would die before I would talk. But then this dark shadow came. And he was worse than any nightmare I could have imagined. And I still fought.
What's with this guy's fucking attitude?
I came
What an
apart.
ass. Oh, your
gave them
torture
Trilla.
story doesn't check out to me.
And I know there's nothing I can do to make that right. But Cal, there's still a chance we can save the others on the holocron.
He's just awkwardly salting his
The
schlump.
ninth sister said something about becoming an Inquisitor like it's inevitable. But you went through the same thing she did, and you didn't join them.
Cal,
It's okay, Seer. We'll find Cordova's holocron.
Hey! Get your lasers off my lunch!
Hey, kid. Nice poncho. Where'd you find it? I picked it up off of a dead body. Of course you did, kid. Do I even want to talk to this guy? He's staring at me. He's staring at me, it's dark, and he's got like a look on his face. Like I'm one to judge.
Someone's in here.
What the fuck does that mean? There's no one in here. What is he talking about? And I can just walk by him. What? Alright. I wonder if my weed plants have grown any. They've grown up.
Hey, kid. Nice one on the seed collecting. But the terrarium's still got plenty of room. So, you know, get out there and get me some seeds.
It's hard.
Whatever you say.
Those are kind of cool looking. Those are also kind of cool looking. I can talk to Seer, but all I'm going to do is just be angsty at her, so I don't know if it's really worth it. Let's go over here. Let's meditate just to get the checkpoint in. And then I guess we're going to head to the bathysphere. I mean, the Duckalir. I mean, Darthamir. I mean, Dathamor. I mean, Dathomir. I've said it wrong so many times, I actually don't remember what the correct pronunciation is now. Let's find out.
Hey, wasn't there a gigantic crashed ship on Zepho? Think there's any good loot in that thing?
Probably. We're gonna head to Dathomir instead of side quests, just FYI. Travel to planets.
I guess we could go to Dathomir.
The madman
what
Cal
is that
theory of
face saying?
geopolitical
I
politics.
don't know why
Only
people
Cal
have
can go to Dathomir.
Tell that to him. He can understand you.
He can? Look, I didn't mean anything by it. Droids just freak me out.
What doesn't? You sound like an imp.
Wow.
They deactivate droids just because they can. That makes him one of us.
Huh. Oh, tough break. I take it back. You're all right, buddy.
Who's he even talking to? Is BD supposed to be in here? Because I don't even see
Get
him.
over here, kid. We're about to land.
How can somebody be afraid of droids in the Star Wars universe? That's like somebody in our world saying they're afraid of televisions or something. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's justified. But like droids? I don't know, there's so many worse things to be afraid of in Star Wars than
Finally.
droids. You'd be
Glad you
afraid
made
of
it back in one
C-3PO,
piece.
who's like a droid but like also a people. Or, you know, the Empire. They're probably pretty scary. Can I climb up this thing?
Have a moment.
I've already talked to you, Seer. We've already been on this
Come a
planet.
long way since Braca, but the path is far from over. I want you to know the difficult challenges ahead.
I can handle it,
I know what you can do. I'm not denying that.
and I know what has to be done. I've done it before.
Cal, even the strongest of Jedi.
I'm not Trilla. I'll be fine.
I know you're not. I didn't say that.
I'm not asking you to say anything. It's okay, Seer. Really.
Just be safe, Cal. That's all.
Well, kid's a goner. I don't know why it took him here, Seer. We can always just find another scrappy young youth. Gosh, that reminds me. This probably is still on the internet, but I remember this funny list of things. What was it? It was like, if I were the overlord of an evil empire, here's like 100 actions that I would take to ensure the safety of my domain or something like that. And there were a lot of like very practical things, which was something like if I ever hear word of any like orphans what was it, like any vengeful orphans whose parents were killed by my empire will immediately be adopted to families so that they don't grow resentful and become a part of a rebellion. Stuff like that. Things like if I have anybody in my castle like make any sort of traps or anything like that, I'll immediately have them killed after they create all the traps. I don't remember a lot of them, but all I really remember was the one about like any sort of orphans need to be adopted immediately if they have any grudges against our empire, because it's such a stock little trope or something like that. So I guess what reminded me of it was just thinking like what was his name? Goop. Yeah, we'll go with Goop and Seer. Goop being like, well, kid's dead. It's okay, let's just go find another scrappy orphan and use them to advance our, like, Jedi needs. Let's go ahead and meditate, and heal up, and I guess we're gonna just pick things up from back here where I guess I'll switch to the dual lightsaber again because this is the area that you're supposed to have it, and why not have it here? It seems useful. As long as I'm like running and stuff, they'll be able to reflect those bullets. Come on. Come on.
Intruder, below.
Yeah, come back here. You got more. You got more. Oh, you want to hurt me? You want? Boom. Come on. I know you got more bullets. Did that guy just trip running down the stairs? That's fucking hilarious. Okay. Hi, Tweaky. Bye. There we are. Owie. Come on. Oh god, those are unblockable. Okay.
Cannot stop us all. You cannot stand against us.
Alright, I'll get this eventually. Hang on. Fuck. 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 Alright, I'm just trying to get these two guys down immediately, but it's okay. I can always just fail dramatically. That's good too. Just get that out of the way nice and early. There we are. Boy, that double-bladed lightsaber sure came in really, really useful in that fight. Didn't get my ass kicked in at all. So, yeah, we're now getting into the game that I have the part of the game that I have no idea what to expect. Oh, hi.
Fellow wanderer. I see you met the resident Night Sister, but unlike most, you're alive.
All right,
Lightsaber.
Medivh.
No, don't hide it. That would explain your survival.
Who are you?
No one to fear. No. Just a traveler, studying the nature of extinct cultures and dead philosophy.
What are you buying?
You study the Night Sisters?
I study many things. But yes, that Night Sister. Well,
Do you think
as
she's
a
single?
child, when the war came to this world, she had to watch her whole family.
See,
perish.
that's what I'm talking about. Adopt her out or kill her, but you can't just like
You know
let
about
that
those ruins.
string unstrung.
Oh, ancient beyond belief.
Looks like an album cover.
The Night Sister and her warrior kin were seduced by the power that lurks within. Avoid the ruins, or suffer the same fate.
While you're here, would you like to buy some weed? This is really dank shit. Reach the crumbled ruin. The guy's immediately like, you should avoid the ruins. And then immediately the objective pops up. Reach the ruins. Contribution from chat is Bird don't trust him. Really? I don't think the game is even gonna let me, not trust this guy. Even if I felt like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Point is, I can get really rubby on this fellow. Let's see. If I just get behind him, I can do like a little Titanic thing, can't I? No, game, come on, let me be creepy. Let me be creepy. I'm trying to out-creep the creepy dude. Oh, stupid. There we are. It's like we're an ogre, like a double-headed ogre. We're like,
How do you know so much about the Night Sister?
Observation. I've seen many things since coming here.
What does that mean?
Must it mean something? Too many great minds have gone astray in pursuit of order.
I gotta get going.
This guy not wearing a shirt. He's just wearing like this weird poncho thing, and I'm one to judge, but he's just wearing this weird like poncho with a single breast pocket and no shirt underneath that. Oh god, he's probably just wearing his tighty whities under there. Well, no, that's no good. Don't want to have anything to do with this fellow. Watch this. Shwa. Hey, remember what you said about not going to the ruin? Remember? What? Oh, what'd you say? Oh, I can't hear you. I'm going to go this way. I can't hear you. What? Oh, okay, never mind. It probably wasn't important anyway. Bitch. Ah! Shit! Ow! fine, it's fine. I could probably block these. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is a nice array of bullets, so this should be easy enough to dodge or block or parry.
You will not defeat me.
Oh wow, I'm out of healing.
No one intrudes on our land.
Huh. Well, never mind. Nothing can ever be easy, can it? Can it? It's fine. We can deal with this. Everything on my end just broke. My recording session got really weird all of a sudden. There we go. Now I got everything back together. Ah, the cold embrace of death. Just imagine when we all die, this is what we get to look forward to. You go into limbo and all you do is you stare at a loading screen. Oh, that would be hell, wouldn't it? You die and you just spend eternity waiting to figure out, like, waiting for hell to load. Or heaven, and you don't know which one it's going to be. You're just sitting there waiting for it to load. You're in hell, but you don't know that because people just keep coming by and tapping you on the shoulder and being like, hey, don't worry about it. Heaven takes a really long time to load. Like, just keep sticking with it. I'm sure it'll, like, load for you soon enough. Probably shouldn't have gone to the ruins. Well, you know, I don't need a bunch of people backseat commentating on my Let's Play, even though it sure as hell makes it a lot easier. Solo commentary sucks sometimes. If I don't know, it's weird because I do upload these videos onto YouTube. Where the hell did he go? That guy's gone now. Suspicious, shady guy is no longer, like, around here. Wow. We could have seen that coming. There, that was easy. Just like it went down the first time. The hell's this?
Looks climbable, but not without equipment.
Oh, that was really, really unnerving looking.
Die!
That cutscene probably would have been a lot scarier if I wasn't in the stupidest place I possibly could have for it to be seen. Anyway, yeah, I know I kind of upload these on YouTube with no context at all when I'm talking to the live audience. But, for whatever it's worth, it does make my life significantly easier if people say shit in the live chat, because then I don't have to constantly think about stuff to say on my own. Believe me, there's only so many stories I have about high school. I only made so many memes in 4 years, people. It took a lot out of me, and they're not, most of them aren't even good. You think Time Judge is good? Oh, that's like the cream of the crop compared to some other poo nugs that came out in my time in high school. You don't even want to hear about the origin of the term poo babies, which I still use occasionally. Poo babies was the stupidest, worst, dumbest. Not really. There were so many worse. Where am I? How does BD always know where I am anyway? Like, he's the perfect robot who never actually tells me anything useful until I already know it. Well, that wasn't exactly the direction I wanted you to go. Let's try that again. Let's do it again. Yeah? 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 Oh, that one's dead.
That's not moving.
Alright, so I walked towards the door that BD already knew I wouldn't be able to open somehow, because he's psychic. I guess I've got to figure out which direction I'm actually supposed to go. Oh, I see. Okay, well, I'll just meditate again real quick then, since I'm here. And this way I don't get, like, on by a Spidey. I remember one time, oh gosh, maybe this is the origin of all this. One time, a friend of mine said that all of our conversations were so funny that, and he said that, but our conversations just lost to time. We come up with such dank memes and such great jokes,
Stand
but
aside.
No.
they're never
He
remembered.
was right about you.
So he had a brilliant idea
What?
where
Jedi are thieves.
he
and
just
selfish
recorded all of our
liars who bring nothing
conversations.
but death.
Back off. If you attack me again, I'll strike you down.
Oh, I won't do a thing.
But he will.
But my murdered sisters.
Ew, 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 ew.
They will have their revenge.
This isn't how I expected my first foursome to go. Alright, we have to deal with some Necrons. Is this a boss fight, or are these just regular enemies? Oh, wow, they are... gone now. But yeah, he would, he just recorded our conversations. With the expectation that he would eventually, like, play them back later and then write down the dankest of jokes that we came up with. I don't know if that ever happened, but I can say that that is hilariously creepy in retrospect. Fuck. These guys deal a lot of damage. I'm gonna run past everything, I think. Unlike Dark Souls, that'll probably work in this game. Time to cheese the shit out of it. I'm trying to remember. There was one other thought I had about that specific thing, but it's lost now. The only time we ever actually, like, played back a recorded conversation was Drank Dude. That was the one time, because if for people who don't know about Drank Dude, like, Drank Dude was a, like, fake Kool-Aid guy who was kind of like Terry Crews before Terry Crews was actually, like, an official like, ad campaign and a thing that existed. Drank Dude was a guy who was like the Kool-Aid man, but, like, just a regular person as opposed to, like, a weird fictional drink monster. And his gimmick was that he was fucking terrifying. So Drank Dude was a guy who still, like, burst through walls at, like, things, like events, except he was just a guy, so it was so much worse. It'd be like, you'd be having a birthday party or something like that, and you'd be like, oh man, what should we get to drink? Do you have any beers or something like that? And then all of a sudden, just an angry, like, 6'2", like, 195-pound dude who's just ripped. 195 pounds isn't that ripped. Okay, we'll say 220. 220-pound dude would just show up and just be like,
Pay for their death.
drink, yeah, he would just, like, what was it? He just, like, shoved this, like, weird mystery, like, juice. It was, like, purple but weirdly glowing, called Drank, and he'd be like, you're drinking this shit.
I've never seen it
And
used this
it
way
was like,
before.
excuse me, how'd you
better
come in
stay on
here?
your
And then
toes.
he just, like, held up a fist and just stared at you in anger. And they were like, okay, I guess I'm drinking this. And then that was a commercial, and it ended with him just being like, Drank, get you some.
Any idea what that
And that was
flying
Drank
creature
Dude.
is?
Uh,
Let's hope we don't find out.
and I remember another Drank Dude commercial now, which was, it was just Drank Dude, like, sitting in a sofa, and he was just reading a newspaper, and then, like, nothing happened for 20 seconds. And then all of a sudden he just, like, looked up and saw the cameraman, and he just goes like, wait a minute, what the fuck? And then it just ends, and that's the commercial. It just cut, oh yeah, you know, he was just like, what the fuck? And then it just cut to Drank, get you some. I liked that one. And then I had an idea. Weirdly enough, I still come up with Drank Dude commercials occasionally because it's still super amusing to me. So one of them was Drank Dude. It was an infomercial, and it just shows him, like, sitting in a room surrounded by boxes of unsold drank, and he's just being like, all right, America, I hear some of y'all ain't drinking any drank, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. But hear me out. Rent is due tomorrow, and I got 50 boxes of drink right here that needs to go. So you can come down to my place. I'll give you a special drink discount. You buy one, and I don't kick your ass. And that was the entire infomercial. And I came up with that like a week ago. Drank Dude still lives on. He lives on in me, and by God, owie, if you want to make Drank Dude commercials, he can live on in you too. Someone was hunted here. Yeah, it was probably me. Okay, watch this. Wait, hang on. Oh, they clipped through that thing. That was cool. Oh, what you got for me? Huh? Huh? Nothing. I can work with that. I think... Oh, yeah. I think even in my past part, too. Wait. In my past... Oh, God. I'm remembering a lot of high school memes now. In my Passport 2 playthrough, I think I might have made, like, a fake Drank poster. Either that or I made a poster of Oh No Necromancer, the musical, which we're not going to talk about that one. That is a very, very long story. That is a story for another night. Let's go ahead and heal up. But, Oh No Necromancer was a musical that I wrote in high school that was about a necromancer, and there was only one song that I remember, which was I don't think the musical was called Oh No Necromancer, but the main villain was a necromancer, and all I remember was one song that was just everyone going, "Oh no, necromancer! Oh no, necromancer!" And so I just remember it as Oh No Necromancer now. But what the actual plot of the musical is now totally lost to time. But I remember the necromancer, and that was probably the only good part. Anyway, I gotta wrap this up because I gotta wake up at 6 a.m. tomorrow to do work for the government. I want to go back to high school. At least I had better memes back then. Anyway, the real necromancer is me, because I'm bringing to life all these really old memes, am I right? Eh? Oh no.